But of course I do. I always think my plans are good plans, even though they're usually very bad plans. I have to play Final Fantasy VII? No, you don't. Final Fantasy VII is trash. Pretend the zombies are birds? That's true. But I want to... So you're... Wait. You're telling me to run towards the zombies. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Final Fantasy VII is trash. You fucking heard me. You fucking heard me, and I stand by that. I will stand by that until the day I die. You're not allowed to say that. Nice try, Fumio. Do you even follow me, you asshole? Final Fantasy VII is trash. Like, it's just not good. Oh, I love you too, buddy. Okay, this is something that I've kept internalized. No, there are not. I'm tired of pretending there are no good Final Fantasy games, and I'm tired of pretending like they are good. I'm tired of it. Because the original Final Fantasy games came out before there were, like, actual good games. And now we have... It's not an edgelord. I just like good games. It's your childhood? Well, your childhood was bad, and I feel sorry for you that you played bad games in your childhood. I weep for you, my friend. Here's the thing, though. I really want to like Final Fantasy. That's true. No, because you're talking about Final Fantasy and I'm angry. Those games make me angry. Because, like, people will say, oh, no, keep going. It gets good 20 hours in. Okay, that's fine, but I'd rather play a game that's good 0 hours in. I don't want to wait 20 hours for a game to be good. I'm tired of pretending like Final Fantasy games are good. I'm tired of it. It's a JRPG, so is Persona 5, and that's fucking lit right off the bat. It's a slow burner. Well, burn faster. Pour some gasoline on that bitch. And make it burn faster. Because as it is horrible. I'm gonna get like canceled for hating Final Fantasy. You know, all my well, slow burns are the best in games? No. False. It's not worth the slowness of the burn. Because here's the thing, right? Like, first of all, the game mechanics are not... Yes. It's... Here's the thing. Is that Final Fantasy in, like... It's not even, like, the menu combat, but it's, like, Final Fantasy is... two people standing across from each other, yelling numbers at each other, and whoever yells the bigger number first wins. And that's like it. I can get just as engaging of an experience from an Excel spreadsheet. But if I want to play, like, Persona 5, instead of just yelling numbers at each other, I do a fucking kickflip off of him. That's dope as shit. I'm playing the remake, Here's the thing, I really want to like Final Fantasy. I'm not just an asshole. I really want to like those games, but I can't. I played Final Fantasy VII, I played Final Fantasy X, like one or two of the others. I want to like those games. I really do. But they're just not good. And that's the truth of it. The old one is not great. Most PlayStation 1 games don't hold up very well, especially really early 3D ones. They're just trash. 10 for the story, 7 for the childhood. It sounds like your childhood was a 3 if you grew up solely with Final Fantasy games, and that's being generous, because at least you had games. I should stop bullying Fumio. He's a very nice boy. Is there a Final Fantasy 16 now? When the fuck did that happen? Oh, no, that's the one with the car, right? Final Fantasy, Are We There Yet edition? Am I thinking of that right? Or am I dumb? Oh, is it? I have not heard a single thing about it. So, what does that tell you? 15, okay, that's what I thought. 15 is the Are We There Yet game. 10 is trash. I've played Final Fantasy X. It's garbage. Full stop. It is garbage. The menu in Final Fantasy X was the worst part about it. Because I was like, oh, great. I, like, leveled up or whatever. Let me upgrade some of my abilities. Here's a fucking star map of the solar system, except much more complex with a lot more spaces, a lot more things in it. Like, if you look at the final... what was it called? The, like, upgrade menu in Final Fantasy X? If you look at that, and then you look at, like, a map of the Milky Way with every star labeled out, the Milky Way map is a lot easier to figure out what's happening. It is ridiculous. Like, okay, let me find a picture of it. Let me find a picture of it. Final Fantasy X menu. What was it called? Final Fantasy X menu. Yes. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is the upgrade screen. What is happening? This is absurd. This is not acceptable. Why did anybody think this was okay? Like, this is horrible. And I played this game, and I have no fucking clue what any of this means. What's wrong with it? It's easy to read. How is this easy to read? It's so convoluted, and I hate it. I hate it. Like... they could have just said, what stat do you want to upgrade? Or what ability do you want to unlock? But they did this garbage. Because you start in one spot, and none of them are clearly explained. It's all just some random, like... some random, like, random ridiculous name. It's just, I am smooth brain, but I'm not that smooth brain. I know how to read. We established this yesterday. Cat brain, smooth like marble, very shiny. But that's too much. You have to have a fucking PhD in geometry to upgrade your characters. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Look, you got me mad. You got me pissed off. Are you happy with yourself, Fumio? I hope you are. Astrology. It makes about as much sense as those ridiculous, like, astrology maps. It makes about as much sense. Like, I'm not that smooth brain that I can't figure out a menu. Like, I would put it this way. Can't even watch Rick and Morty, I bet. Rick and Morty is the show for people who pretend like they're big brain, but are actually small brain. So it's the perfect show for me, basically. I would rather look at a witness puzzle than look at the Final Fantasy X menu. I'll put it that way. And if anyone who's ever heard me talk about The Witness knows about my intense burning hatred for that game, which I'm not going to get into. But I would rather look at Witness puzzles than at that garbage. Ugh. You got me mad, Fumio. You got me mad. Today was supposed to be a good day. I was gonna have fun today, and you ruined that. Thank you. Thank you. Angie. I need to work on my water bottle ASMR. I have to get it perfectly to the microphone. The adrenaline is... That's true. Maybe you just get... Oh, that was your plan all along! To give me a competitive edge! Fumio, you're a fucking genius! You're a fucking genius.